I know what she went through. I know her story. So I'm singing for every Black woman who's been through something, who's been told that they're nothing, they will never be nothing, that they're ugly because of the color of their skin. I'm singing it for them.
When Fantasia Barrino won the third season of American Idol in 2004, she was a 19-year-old single mother from North Carolina. Her seemingly gritty backstory was the very reason many Idol fans rallied around her throughout the competition. But even after her Idol victory, Barrino continued to face challenges. Keep watching to learn more about Barrino's challenging life, from her difficult early years through her time in the limelight and the pressures of fame. Fantasia Barrino lost her fortune twice. In a June 2019 interview with Radio Free KJLH, Fantasia Barrino opened up about her journey and financial struggles. When host Tammy Mack jokingly commented, "Yeah, but you have more money than we have, Fantasia," Barrino quickly shut it down. "You don't know that," she replied, explaining that many celebrities appear wealthy, but in reality, they often don't have much. She added, "I lost everything twice." Barrino's financial troubles began in 2008 when she was accused of defaulting on a $58,000 loan from Florida-based company Broward Energy Management. Things worsened in 2013 when she reportedly lost her North Carolina mansion. She had purchased the 6,500-square-foot home in 2007 for $1.3 million, but put it on the market in 2012 for $800,000 with no offers. Eventually, she was forced to transfer the deed back to the bank. Fantasia Barrino opened up about how her financial troubles started when she took on the responsibility of caring for her entire family. "When I won American Idol, I just wanted to see all of my family happy. And I created that monster," she said in an interview with Oprah. "When I began to give, everybody was like, 'Hey, this is the good life. I can sit back home.'" Barrino also learned the hard way that not everyone around her had her best interests at heart. "I was young, fresh in the game, and I just wanted to sing, without really understanding that you still have to watch after everything that you have going for you," she reflected. One of the lowest points came when she was trying to pay for pizza, and her card was declined. "At that point, I knew I had been mishandled. There should have been no way that there wasn't any pizza money," she recalled. Despite the setbacks, Barrino has since turned things around and learned valuable lessons from those tough experiences. Reflecting on that dark time, she said, "You have to take care of your money. You have to meet with your lawyers, look over your schedule, and figure out what you have going on. People could be running you, using you, and abusing your gift." She was assaulted in high school. Fantasia Barrino first experienced tragedy at an early age. The star painfully described in her 2005 memoir, "Life is not a fairy tale." Barrino revealed that she was misconducted by a popular boy. "I can barely recall the details," she wrote of the assault, which took place when she was in 9th grade. "I just know that I shudder to think of how that single act changed me in a way that I didn't need to be changed." Eventually, Barrino told her mother about what happened, who helped her report the crime to her school. "He ended up getting into some trouble, but not the trouble he deserved for stripping me of the little innocence I had left," she wrote. Barrino explained in a 2007 interview with the Oprah magazine that, after reporting the boy, it became more difficult for her to attend school. "We turned the guy in, but going back to school was hell. His homeboys would say, 'I'm going to do to you exactly what he did,'" she said. "They thought it was funny. That's when I quit school." Barrino has had a long struggle with illiteracy. In her memoir, Fantasia Barrino opened up about her lifelong struggles with reading, referring to herself as a functioning illiterate. She wrote, "I get by in life, but my reading isn't what it should be. I am working on it. I am still not confident enough with words or letters." Barrino's reading challenges made her experience on American Idol even tougher, as parts of the show required her to read from a script. In a 2007 interview with ABC News, she admitted that she often had to fake her way through those sections. Somebody would say, "You know, it's pronounced this way," and I'd be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, you know, I'm country," she shared, using humor to cover up her struggles. One of her most iconic Idol moments, her rendition of George Gershwin's Summertime, was a particularly daunting task. Simon Cowell later called it his favorite performance of the entire show. But because Barrino wasn't familiar with the song, she was handed a sheet of lyrics to learn. Worried that the vocal coaches might discover her reading difficulties, Barrino took a different approach. She listened to the song repeatedly until she could memorize the words, which helped her deliver a standout performance that would go down in American Idol history. The singer experienced domestic violence. 3 years after dropping out of high school and moving into her own apartment, Fantasia Barrino became a mother to her daughter, Zion. Reflecting on that challenging time in her life, Barrino told the Oprah magazine in 2007, "When I moved out, started hanging out with the wrong people, and got pregnant, people were like, 'She ain't going anywhere now.' I'd lost myself." Her struggles were compounded by the abusive relationship she had with Zion's father, Brandel Schaus. Barrino later revealed that the relationship was not only emotionally draining but also violent. "I don't talk about it a lot, but the relationship that I was in was very abusive," she shared in a 2007 interview with ABC News. Barrino vividly recalled the moment she realized she needed to get out. "I looked in the mirror and I said to myself, 'Look at me. I can't see out of one eye. I have knots on my head. My lips are swollen,'" she remembered. It was her younger brother's reaction that finally opened her eyes. "He came to me one day and said, 'Oh, you look bad.'" That moment marked the beginning of her journey to escape the toxic relationship and rebuild her life. Fantasia Barrino's time on American Idol included controversy about race. Dubbed the Three Divas, Fantasia Barrino, LaToya London, and Jennifer Hudson were standout contestants during Season 3 of American Idol, with many believing any one of them could win. However, in a shocking twist, all three ended up in the elimination round during an April 2004 episode, leaving viewers stunned. While Barrino and London advanced to the next round, Hudson, who would go on to become a massive star in the years after the show, was eliminated. Following the controversial episode, Elton John, who had served as a mentor for a previous Idol episode, spoke out during a press conference, criticizing the show's audience for what he believed was racially biased voting. "They have great voices," John said of Barrino, London, and Hudson. "The fact that they're constantly in the bottom three, I find it incredibly racist." He went on to express his disappointment, noting that "the three people I was really impressed with, and they just happened to be black, young female singers, all seemed to be landing in the bottom three." John's comments sparked a larger conversation about the role of race in talent competitions like American Idol, adding another layer of complexity to the experiences of Barrino, London, and Hudson during their time on the show. Her father filed an 8-figure lawsuit against the star's publisher. In 2005, following the release of Fantasia Barrino's memoir, Life is Not a Fairy Tale, her father, Joseph Barrino, filed a $10 million libel lawsuit against the book's publisher, Simon & Schuster. Joseph claimed that the memoir contained malicious untruths and disputed various allegations made in the book. Among the claims he rejected were accusations that he had asked Fantasia for money and that he prioritized his children's musical careers over their education. Additionally, Joseph alleged that his daughter had not even written the book herself, asserting that it had been ghostwritten by Fantasia's grandmother, Addie Collins. Fantasia's memoir did make some tough accusations about her father. She wrote about his demanding nature, explaining that Joseph needed everything to be perfect: the music, the house, and his appearance. Fantasia also shared a painful memory from her childhood, recalling a time when her father publicly disciplined her for sulking in front of others. I poked my lips out and acted mad in front of other people. My father popped me, she wrote. I was so upset because I never did anything wrong. I was so ashamed of getting a beating in public. It never happened again. Despite the deeply personal nature of the book, the lawsuit Joseph filed added another layer of complexity to the family's already strained relationship. While Fantasia bravely opened up about her life and struggles in the memoir, her father's public rebuttal highlighted just how divided the family had become over her success and the stories she shared with the world. Fantasia Barrino was accused of breaking up a marriage. In 2010, Fantasia Barrino found herself embroiled in legal troubles when Paula Cook, a North Carolina woman, filed for divorce from her husband, Antoine Cook. Paula Cook's divorce petition claimed that Fantasia had been involved with Antoine, which contributed to their marital breakdown. According to Radar Online, Barrino was called to testify during the couple's divorce proceedings later that year in a North Carolina courtroom. During her testimony, she allegedly revealed that she had become pregnant by Antoine and had subsequently terminated the pregnancy. Radar Online reported that Barrino, who had reportedly gotten a Cook tattoo on her collarbone in honor of Antoine, testified that she had been involved with him for nearly a year and believed he was separated from his wife at the time. The divorce petition also included claims from Paula that Barrino had been confrontational during a phone call, allegedly telling her, "Your husband don't want you. Maybe the next time that you get a husband, you'll know how to keep him. That's why he is here with me." In response to these allegations, Barrino's manager, Brian Dickens, issued a statement to E! News, asserting that Fantasia is certain that she is not responsible for the deterioration of the Cooks' marriage. In 2011, amidst the ongoing legal and personal drama, Barrino welcomed a second child, a son named Dallas Xavier. Although Barrino never publicly confirmed the identity of Dallas's father, People magazine reported that she had been romantically linked to Antoine Cook since the summer of 2010. She was hospitalized after an overdose. In August 2010, shortly after Fantasia Barrino faced accusations in court documents of being involved in the breakup of Antoine Cook's marriage, her manager, Brian Dickens, discovered her nearly unconscious at her Charlotte, North Carolina mansion. According to a statement he gave to TMZ, Barrino had been hospitalized after taking an overdose of aspirin and a sleep aid. Dickens reported that her injuries were not life-threatening, noting that she was dehydrated and exhausted at the time. In a 2010 interview with VH1's Behind the Music, Barrino opened up about the incident, revealing that she had felt overwhelmed and wanted to escape her troubles. "I just sat in the closet and looked at the mirror and took all the pills in the bottle," she said. "I wanted to go to sleep and just be at peace. I knew exactly what I was doing. You can't accidentally take a whole bottle of pills." Barrino attributed her despair to feeling betrayed by those around her, including her family and her romantic relationships. Dickens recalled that Barrino's emotional state had been particularly dire, explaining, "Her emotions were extremely low. She'd been crying all day." Despite this dark period, Barrino managed to recover and, in February 2011, she achieved a significant career milestone by winning her first Grammy Award for Best Female R&B Vocal Performance for her song Bittersweet. Fantasia Barrino provoked backlash with her social media commentary. In 2013, Fantasia Barrino stirred controversy with a social media post that many viewed as homophobic. In a now-deleted Instagram update, she commented on current events, stating, "It's a lot that going on that the Bible speaks about we should not be doing." She mentioned that gay marriage is legal, but yet I'm judged, and also criticized the legalization of marijuana. Following the backlash, Barrino and her representatives attempted to clarify her remarks. Her team asserted that her comments had been taken far out of context, and Barrino herself posted a message urging people to stop misrepresenting the facts. She wrote, It has been brought to my attention that something I said was taken out of context. I, Fantasia Monique Barrino, don't judge anyone because I don't want to be judged. The gay community is one of my largest supporters. I support the gay community as they support me. In a more defiant move, Barrino took to Instagram again to address her critics, writing in another deleted post, "My whole team is gay, my manager is gay, middle finger up to those who speak to destroy me. It won't work." Several months later, in an apparent gesture of reconciliation, Barrino performed at the Long Beach Gay and Lesbian Pride Festival. She almost lost her brother in an accident. In 2017, Fantasia Barrino's brother, Xavier Barrino, was involved in a severe motorcycle accident. 2 years later, Fantasia told Essence that while he still wasn't walking, she was hopeful he would be soon. The accident profoundly impacted Xavier, with Fantasia noting that without it, he might have faced a more dangerous path. "His generation is different from how we were raised," she observed. "They seem lost and want instant success without putting in the hard work." Fantasia adopted a tough love approach to support her brother's recovery, emphasizing the importance of effort and perseverance. "I'm not going to give you anything," she said. "You've got to put in the work, just like I did. When you work for something, you value it more." Xavier's Instagram posts reflect his determination and progress. In a March 2020 photo, he shared a message about his ongoing recovery. "Hiking mountains on wheels, but next time, I'll be on foot." Fantasia Barrino's nephew was tragically murdered. In 2018, Fantasia Barrino faced profound personal grief when her 18-year-old nephew, Tiquan Von Rico Washington, was tragically killed in a shooting in North Carolina. Washington, known for his skills in gymnastics and his enthusiasm for football, singing, and dancing, was remembered fondly in his obituary. Barrino expressed her sorrow in a now-deleted Instagram post, writing, "Auntie is so sorry, baby. R.I.P. to my oldest nephew." She also offered prayers to her brother, Rico Barrino, who was deeply affected by the loss. Rico Barrino paid his own touching tribute to his son on Instagram, writing, "I wanted to be there every day for you, and there wasn't a day that went by I didn't wonder where you were. Well, on this day you became a bigger man when you put on a pair of wings and did what I have yet to do." Following the shooting, David Lee White Jr. was charged with first-degree murder and robbery with a dangerous weapon in connection with Tiquan's death. The star angered fans with her views on gender roles. After navigating a series of tumultuous relationships, Fantasia Barrino tied the knot with Kendall Taylor in 2015, following a whirlwind courtship of just 3 weeks. However, Barrino stirred controversy during a 2019 interview on The Breakfast Club, where she expressed traditional views on gender roles. She suggested that women should be willing to submit to their male partners and allow men to take on the dominant role in their relationships. "You've got to let the man be the head of the house," Barrino stated. "You have to learn how to submit. You can still be a queen plays a part, a king needs his queen. But a queen has to sit back and allow her king to be the king." Her comments were met with mixed reactions, with some finding her perspective outdated and problematic. In response to the backlash, Barrino and Taylor made an effort to clarify their views in a September 2019 Instagram video titled, "A Talk with the Taylors, The Science of Submission." In the video, Taylor explained that submission should be viewed as a mutual, harmonious exchange between partners rather than a one-sided dynamic. "Submission is supposed to be a beautiful song and dance between two lovers," he said. "What's happened is men have abused that power. Forgive me, they've abused that gift." She had a cyst on her vocal cords. Even 18 years after her breakthrough win on American Idol, Fantasia Barrino remains one of the show's most successful stars, according to Variety. Her impressive career is largely due to her exceptional vocals, which she almost lost. Barrino has shared that she once faced a serious threat to her singing career due to a cyst on her vocal cords. In a 2008 interview with Sister to Sister magazine, she revealed that the condition was discovered after she spent a year performing in The Color Purple. "I had a tumor. He said it was a cyst," Barrino recounted. "Before I went under the knife, the doctor told my mother, 'The Joker was bigger than I thought it was.'" After the surgery, Barrino focused on her third studio album, Back to Me, which came out in August 2010. The album's lead single, Bittersweet, was released in May 2010 and earned her a Grammy nomination for Best Female R&B Vocal Performance. She eventually won the award, marking a significant milestone in her career. Fantasia Barrino fought her record label over her music. After J Records disbanded in 2011, Fantasia Barrino, along with other artists from the label, was transferred to RCA Records. For several years, all of Barrino's music was released under RCA until she decided to go independent in 2019. That year, she launched Sketchbook, her seventh studio album, through her own label. Rock Soul Inc. Barrino took great pride in this achievement, telling the Chicago Tribune, "It's all me." In an interview with the Houston Chronicle, Barrino revealed that Sketchbook represented a significant shift for her, as it was the first time she was able to produce an album without the constraints of a major record label. Going independent allowed her to have full creative control over her music, something she had struggled with while working under RCA. "It was a fight when I was with a label," she explained. "You can't really do things the way you want to. You have to bow down to everyone's vision." Despite her frustrations with the constraints of working with a major label, Barrino made sure to part ways with RCA on good terms. "I reached a point where I said, if I can't do what I want to do, then I'll quit. I left the label with all good relationships and on good terms," she said. She faced fertility issues. Fantasia Barrino had relatively smooth pregnancies with her first two children, but having a child with her husband, Kendall Taylor, proved to be more challenging. In November 2020, Barrino shared her fertility struggles when she announced she was expecting her third baby. Drawing inspiration from Rachel in the Bible, she encouraged her fans not to lose hope, saying, "Keep trying, and you will conceive." During an episode of Taylor Talks, the video series she hosts with Taylor. By December 2020, during an appearance on the Tamron Hall show, Barrino opened up about their 3-year journey to conceive. "Everyone was suggesting IVF because it wasn't happening," she explained. The couple faced a significant hurdle when doctors diagnosed Barrino with closed fallopian tubes, complicating their chances of getting pregnant. Despite this, Barrino and Taylor chose to remain hopeful. "We decided, let's just pause. But we said, let God be God, and we're going to sit back and just see what happens," Barrino recalled. "And truly, Tamron, I kid you not, I forgot about it." Their patience and faith paid off, as Barrino eventually conceived naturally. On May 23, 2021, the couple welcomed their first child together. The American Idol alum was caught up in a custody battle with her ex. In May 2014, Fantasia Barrino faced another difficult situation when her ex-boyfriend, Brandel Schaus, filed a child custody lawsuit against her. Schaus sought primary custody of their daughter, Zion Quarry Barrino, claiming that he was a better parent. Along with custody, Schaus requested visitation rights and child support, despite having been largely absent from Zion's life. In response, a representative for Barrino told Rumor Fix that the case was set to be heard in 2015 and emphasized the sensitivity of the situation. "Fantasia hopes her fans understand that she can't share all the details right now," the rep said. Although the outcome of the custody battle isn't clear, Fantasia has maintained a strong and loving relationship with her daughter. Zion's Instagram regularly features photos of her enjoying time with her mother, showcasing their close bond. Fantasia Barrino's journey has been filled with both heart-wrenching challenges and remarkable triumphs. From personal struggles and legal battles to maintaining her powerful voice and close family relationships, her story is a testament to resilience and strength. What do you think has been the most impactful moment in Fantasia's journey? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more in-depth content about the poignant and inspiring chapters of Fantasia Barrino's life.